Raw Sloppy Kristi, that's what they call me. No, they don't. They don't call me that. Nobody calls me that. Hey guys, so today I am actually heading out to the grocery store to do some shopping for the holidays, and I wanted to do a makeup look that's not like crazy or anything. Maybe I will go a little more intense with like the type of style of makeup look that I do, but color wise I think I'm gonna still keep it pretty neutral. I wasn't going to, but then I got this in the mail today, so I don't know when you guys are seeing this video. I'm doing so much pre-filming for no reason. It's not like I'm going on a trip, it's not like anything like that. I'm trying to get ahead on my content. I've mentioned this many times, but it's working. And so I don't know when you guys are going to be seeing this, but as of now, this just arrived in the mail today. And I saw this mentioned online, and it's the Colourpop Bare Necessities palette. And it's another mega palette. I think the only other mega palette that they've done is the So Jaded palette from Kathleen Lights. Now, a lot of people may look at this and be like, this is what it looks like in here. It's interesting. I've got a couple of little like dings in my palette. This is an all neutrals mega palette from Colourpop. And I think that this could be a really great thing to have in their arsenal of palettes. You guys may know they have hundreds, it seems. And they came out with all of their monochrome palettes this year. They have purple, blue, green, yellow, orange. They have everything. They have a rainbow collection they made. They've done it all. They also recently came out with this palette, which is the Going Coconuts palette. And this is one of the 9 pans. So as you can see, very similar color. I'm going to open this up and we can put them side by side. But it's basically a gigantic version of this. Now, this one is a lot more light and cool toned. And this is more for like that nude. You want just like a quick, something small to take with you. This one is more of your like everything palette. Now, I would say I feel like there's a decent amount of mattes to shimmers. I think that I prefer almost the tones in Going Coconuts versus this one. I mean, I don't know. They just seem a little bit warm toned, but maybe not. It's not like bad or anything. And I also see that like this, while this looks like a matte, it's got that shimmer, which I like these shades quite a bit. They're really cool. They're like a matte that come off sparkly. You see how like when it's facing this way, it totally looks matte. And then when you turn it, it's got that sparkle in it. It's really beautiful. They also came out with a brush roll and some brushes in the same look. It's actually really pretty. You can see the texture that it has on it. It's sort of like this leather texture, but I don't think it is leather. Yeah, I think it's faux. This is the inside of the brush kit. I quite like Colourpop brushes. They look pretty decent. Like you got a big fluffy, a medium, a small, a packing brush. You've got these little small pencil brush. This could be good for cutting a crease. This would be good for cutting a small crease, eyebrows. Looks like you have a decent amount of brushes that I feel like I could get use out of. I love brushes like these, especially. These are like really good detailed crease brushes. So I'm gonna use these today, use the Bare Necessities palette, see how I feel about it, and give you guys my thoughts. I think as of like first impressions looking at it, love the packaging. I love that it's got this like texture to it. It matches the brush roll. It looks like something a lot of people are going to probably get a lot of use out of. This is one of those like daily palettes for a lot of people. I think that it's nothing like overwhelmingly new that we haven't seen before, because at the end of the day, it's a neutrals palette. But right now, that's what people are really into. And I'm shocked that we are back into neutrals. Is anybody else shocked? I'm going to tuck my hair behind my ears because it is in my face. It's driving me nuts. I need a haircut. It's making me nuts. So I'm starting off moisturizing. I already moisturized this morning with the Tarte water cream and the under eye creams, like the Silk Peony. I'm not sure if my skincare routine is up yet. If it is, I'm gonna link it up here. If not, you should subscribe. My skin's like nothing amazing. It's not even that great of a skincare routine. I kind of am just using like a lot of Tarte, and then I use a little Ordinary, and I talk to you guys, and it's really laid back, just hanging out with me in my bathroom. But if you guys are interested in checking that out, if it's up, I'll link it up here. You guys know I've been doing my eyes first lately. Been talking about it a ton. It's always back and forth on if I do my eyes first or not, but you know, it really makes such a difference in the way that the finished product comes out. So if you haven't tried it, try it. Some people don't like the idea of doing your eyes first because they're like, then you have to be so careful working around it. I don't really find that to be the case at all. I feel like it does take a little bit longer on your makeup routine. So if you're having a day where you feel like you need to rush to get ready, it might be a good idea to just do your skin first and be quick about it. There is something to say about doing your eyes first that it just looks so much cleaner. It definitely is like a learned process, but it's not like, I don't know, some people are really intimidated about it. They're like, I could never. And it's like, yeah, yes, you can. All right, so I'm gonna use the Colourmom brushes. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? I think I'm gonna try this one too. And maybe, you know what? I'm pulling them all out. Let's do it. All right, so here's what the brushes look like. They are like this really soft nude colored handle, and they feel nice. They are wood handle, and then they have like the nice little rose gold ferrule, and you know what? They feel high quality. Let's see how they blend. I'm not so sure that I'm a huge fan of this one. This is the E16. See how it's like flat? I'm not sure that I like it when my blending brushes do that. So this is an amazing one. I don't know if these brushes can be bought individually. This is the E19. I love brushes like this shape, and then a big fluffy guy like this. Yes. So this palette does have a black in it, which is pretty cool. Some palettes don't. Look at this. It's pretty like dinged up. I don't know what happened to mine in the mail. It was packaged really well, but my shades are kind of dinged up. I don't know if you can see that. Either way, this doesn't look all that nice, but I wonder, oh, like even here, it's like a gash out of it. It's no big deal, but it's like, it's a little weird. Okay, so I'm gonna start off a little bit lighter. I think I'm gonna go for this shade up here, very cool toned light brown. Let's see. I'm gonna compare this to Going Coconuts to see. That shade is similar to Culotta. I've been using the shit out of this palette. You can see this is the new palette, this is the old one, but you can see they're very similar shades. By the way, I primed my eyes with Colourpop No Filter as always. Just doing like a small base down of this guy. Look at all this glue in my eyelid. Eyelid? Look at all this glue in my eyelashes. What in the whiskers hell? My skin was totally fine, and then I felt two little under the skin pimples. They were just not even pimples. They were just like tiny little dots. And then I pulled a Kristi and I dug them out. Why did I do that? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go with this little more detailed brush right now. This is the E19. Like this palette, you really are only like, you can go a couple of different directions with it. I think I'm gonna go with like this one or this one, maybe kind of mix the two. They're real similar, cool toned browns. And there is no mirror in that palette, so I'm using my Going Coconuts. I think I'm gonna go all matte today. I'm gonna go back in with that other Colourpop brush in that same shade we started off with, mixed with a little Hot Gossip. I'm just gonna, oh, well, I went a little high, but I'm gonna blend that out. I'm gonna go back in with that Taboo shade, which is kind of the dark one. Pat this all over. I'm gonna really deepen up the outer corner. I'm gonna take the color Full Exposé. Gonna tap it right here in the front. I went a little dark and I want it to like gradiate in a little bit with matte. So I'm just trying to lighten up right there. That helped a bit, because what I'm gonna do is take that little brush and go with that black shade on the bottom and darken up this outer area. I'm gonna be a little sloppy with it down here because I'm gonna clean it up with my concealer at the end. I know guys, I know this is intense, but remember, things usually come together. There have been a few times that I've done eye looks and I've had confidence, and then by the end I'm like, what? Most of the time, they pull together. This is the Colourpop E17. This is the beauty of doing your eyes first. So for any of you skeptics out there, this is why. Because if I was doing them second, dude, wouldn't happen. All right, now I think, I said I was gonna do all matte, but I think I am going to do not shimmer. I'm really liking this shade on the bottom here. So you can see it looks matte right here, but then bam, it's called Baubles. I might take that on this little flat brush guy. This is the E3. Oh, well, it looks matte. Okay, do any of those sparkles come off? Oh, maybe a couple little sparkles here and there. I'm dipping into a little of the stiletto on the bottom and just tapping it over to bring like, yeah, that barely there sparkle. You see that? That's like a barely there sparkle. Like the matte really shines through. It looks like a matte eye look, and then just like the teeniest little bit of that. I'm dipping into Full Exposé and in the buff, and I'm just gonna buff out the edges. I think that's all right. I think once I get my liner and lashes on and like clean all of this up, it'll look nice and good, right? Maybe not. This is pretty sloppy. Raw sloppy Kristi, that's what they call me. No, they don't. They don't call me that. Nobody calls me that. Beautiful. Beautiful. The talent has jumped out. I'm gonna throw some lashes on real quick and kind of clean this up a little bit with some makeup wipes. I'm gonna clean this up a little bit with a little bit of makeup remover and throw some lashes on. I'm gonna throw a liner on real quick just so that it can be more crispy, and RawBeautyKristi. Let's do this. All right, this is the Tarte Double Take Liner, and this is an awesome liner. It has like a liquid liner on one side, and then it's got a pencil liner on the other, so you get both in one pencil. It's really, really nice. And the liner's really good. It comes off like jet black. Okay, so I'm gonna throw my lashes on real quick, and then I will be right back to work on the rest of the face. Lashes are on, and I told you it would come together. Now, does it look perfect? Kind of. I'm just kidding. No, it really doesn't, but it doesn't matter, okay? It really doesn't. Let me look at it in the mirror. Yeah, it really doesn't. Like, I could probably bring this one out a little bit more. I might do that just so that I feel like this one doesn't quite extend as far. I feel like that's a little bit better. Yes. Okay, so my foundation has been sitting on the skin. All right, I had somebody in my last video and they're like, Kristi, you don't wash your brush in between each time you use it? Does that actually surprise you? Absolutely not. If you do, you are incredible. And you're not me. And I do not do that. And if you do that, you are a better person than I. So they're like, you're using a dirty brush. I don't know, like, do you ever have those days where you're like, how many things is it that you expect me to care about? You know what I mean? Like, I have to care about, you know, I have to do my laundry, I have to wash all my dishes, I have to do all this stuff, I have to sweep the floor, I have to clean the house, I gotta pay the bills, and I gotta wash the brush? No. You've already filled in all the slots of all the things I have to care about, and this ain't one of them. Sorry. This is the Pure 4-in-1. I know. Nobody actually bitches at me about using it. I just bitch at myself because, you know, part of being a YouTuber is feeling like you need to try something new every once in a while. And when you use the same products over and over, that people are going to get sick of seeing it. But, you know, I think it just goes to show how much I like it if I use it every day, you know? Going in with Colourpop No Filter. Mix 2 shades together. Wow, it looks really weird with no brows on. Looks a little patchy out here. That's that second little bit that I did where I added it on. I didn't blend it well enough, you know. All right, skin's looking pretty nice. I might want a little bit more coverage on these down here. Just, you know, I need to quit picking at myself. It's so hard. It's such a hard habit to break. I've been doing it my whole entire life. I've always been such a picker, and I ruin my skin. I ruin my face. I ruin my nail beds. I just, it's a compulsion, and I can't help it. Okay, I can't. I kind of put a little too much foundation on today as I'm putting more on. You know, I just feel like with this eye look, you've got to go a little bit more. It's so intense that you can't just do like, well, you can do whatever you want. It's just makeup. But I don't know, feeling a little more full coverage today. Wow, this looks weird with no brows. Very weird. You know, I know I've been using kind of the same things a lot recently, but again, when you find something you love, just gotta stick with it. So I'm gonna use these Colourpop brushes, see what I think about these guys. So we've got this guy here, which is the Colourpop F18, F21. This is F20. I think I'm gonna go with this one for my bronzer today. It's not the kind of brush that I usually use, but you know, let's try it. I'm gonna go in with the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Ghost palette. This brush isn't my favorite. It's just the shape of it. It's a little floppy for me. I really have been liking the Smith 112 lately. It just blends my makeup so nicely. This is a really soft brush. Like, these are incredibly soft and it's working. It's definitely applying, but I just feel like maybe I might want something a little smaller and more dense. I think I'm gonna try this one with the F20. Okay, yeah, I like this one better. Some people like a little bit bigger of brushes for these parts of their makeup, but I kind of like them a little smaller and more precise. I don't know, I just feel like I can really get in there and blend it better. Feeling cute. I like this smoky ass makeup. I haven't done like a true ass smoky eye like this in a while. I like it. I didn't think this palette was able to do this. I just felt like it was gonna be like the typical, but adding that black in really gave you the capability of doing that. I never use big brushes like this and it is big, big. I'm gonna use the biggest brush and I'm gonna go into the blush and do a little blush. It's just almost like too big for my face, you know, like massive. I also put way too much blush on. Shit. Oh my God, if my hair could fuck off, that would be amazing. Thanks. I'm going to smoke out my lower lash line now. I'm gonna use that first shade, Banter and Velveteen on the bottom, and I'm gonna just really buff out the lower lash line. My eyes look really green. I don't know how they look on camera, but in person, my eyes are looking so green with this. I don't know why. All right, I'm gonna throw some mascara on my lower lashes now. This is the Lash Blowout Mascara from IT Cosmetics. I'm just gonna use the Hourglass palette again for highlighters. I love the Lit from Within glow that it gives, and I just don't wanna go in with anything that's like too intense. And this one just makes it so soft and pretty. It's not overly highlighted at all. You can see how it just looks like, I don't know, healthy. I'm kind of mixing all top 3 shades. These 2 are like their ambient lighting powders, and then this one is technically the highlighter, but all of them do add a glow. So I kind of just swirl my brush in all 3, and that's sort of the effect you get. And then I'm gonna take my bronzer brush and go over that a little bit with that, just to kind of tone it down and make it look like it's actually coming from within instead of sitting right on top. I'm gonna spray my face with the Dewy Finish Setting Spray from Cover FX. This eye look, oh, I'm not wearing brows. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna use the Urban Decay Brow Blade again because I used this in one of my last videos and I got a lot of compliments on that because I was thinking like, are these brows too intense? And I said that and so many of you were like, no. And I was like, okay. I am gonna be doing a nude lip today because I just feel like I'm going to the grocery store. What am I supposed to do? This is JK Magic from Charlotte Tilbury. I didn't realize this was inspired by JK Rowling. Literally, duh, listen to the name of it, but I think that's cool. This is Kim KW. Mocha-licious. Cat hair all over it. I'm gonna try a bit of a different gloss today. This is one you guys know I love. I've talked about this a million times too. I've been using the Lunar Beauty Dreamy Gloss for like months. That's all I use. This is the Bite Flat White Lip Gloss. And it has really beautiful pigment to it. My hair's a little unruly. It's just gonna be doing what it's doing. Does anyone else feel like I need a bit of an inner corner highlight? I'm thinking I do. So these are the colors I use in my eyes, by the way. I used a mixture of this one, black, and then I did dip into a little bit of this guy down here. And I think I'm gonna dip into a little bit of this shade up here, which is Idle Hour, and I'm just going to tap that on my inner corner because I feel like I need some sort of brightness in there. I don't know that that made that much of a difference. All right, and this is the finished look with the Bare Necessities palette from Colourpop and the rest of my makeup done. I'm gonna give you guys my final rundown. So of course, this is just my first time trying this palette. I think it is nice. Do I absolutely think that it's something that you 100% need if you already have a bunch of neutral palettes? Not really. If you love the way it looks, I don't think you're gonna be disappointed unless the price has increased on this. Let me check and see the price on it. Colourmom.com. $30. Brush roll is $35. That's kind of expensive for Colourpop. 30 shades, $30. I guess that sounds about right because these guys I think are like 12 or something like that. And you get nine shadows in there. So that actually kind of makes sense price-wise. It does feel a little high for me, but you are getting 30 eyeshadows. And if you live for the color scheme in there, I don't think that's overly expensive for Colourpop. Although per item, that is actually expensive because, you know, they're normally like a few dollars a piece. It's nothing revolutionary. It is a very neutral palette. If you got going coconuts, other than the black shade, I feel like this is like a good spectrum of things in here. So I don't know that you need to like rush out and buy it. It's really pretty though if you love a good neutrals palette and it's something that you could see yourself using all the time. If you already have a bunch of neutrals, like I said, you may not feel like you need it at all. And I get that. I don't need it. I would reach for it and I would probably travel with it. So there's that. I do like that it is cardboard packaging. Colourpop sometimes uses plastic, you know, but Love a good cardboard. I like it. I think it's nice. I like the look I was able to create with it. I think it's nice. Do I think it was absolutely the most insanely new thing on the market? No, but it is a nice neutrals palette. So there's that. The brush roll I think is actually quite nice. The brushes that are in it are, I feel like, pretty good. This is a brush that I do not see myself getting like any use out of. I did try it today. It's just far too big for my face. It just takes up too much surface area, and I don't feel like I can get as much of a precise application as I can with a smaller brush. I feel like the eye brushes are actually really nice. So if you're new to makeup or you're looking to get either a brush kit for somebody for like Christmas or their birthday, or you're looking to just have a nice one, I don't think you're gonna hate it. The set itself is actually nice. I like the brush roll. I'm not really much of a brush roll person necessarily, but it is cute. I don't think you're gonna hate the brushes that are in it. Colourpop brushes are really nice. They're very standard brushes. They're not like above and beyond, but they're not bad by any means. And the price isn't bad. 14 face and eye brushes for $35. I think that comes with the brush roll. That's actually a pretty good price. Like when I first bought my first brush kit back in the day from Coastal Scents, I think I got it on Amazon, and I think it was like 25 bucks for, I think, 20 brushes or something. It's a little more expensive because it's like 14 for 35. So I think that that's not a bad price, especially because you get the brush roll with it and it's more stylish than the one I got back in the day. And I like these brushes better than my Coastal Scents ones that I got a long time ago. They're more user friendly. These ones are, because they're more like a fluffy eye brush. You got a small little crease blending brush. You've got your brow one. I felt like the brushes that I got in the Coastal Scents one back in the day were like so random, and a lot of them were the flat brushes I said I don't like. And there's not that many of those in here. I think there's only like the 1 or 2 flat brushes, and a lot of people like those for packing on. So all in all, I think it's a decent collection, and I think that, you know, Colourpop launches all the time. They have a trillion things to choose from. If you're already an eyeshadow collector, you probably have this that you could dupe out. But if you're wanting it all in one place, I don't think you'll hate it if you like the colors. I also always forget that I have a code with Colourpop. If you guys want to save some money, you don't have to use my code. Don't feel weird about it, but it's code Kristi. And you can save some money if you're planning on purchasing anything from Colourbob. The price is all right, and the product is also good. Colourpop has really good products in general. And I like the look I was able to create. Real smoky, real pretty, and perfect for grocery shopping. Is this what you guys wear grocery shopping? I don't know. I was about to do some other kind of color, and then I was like, you know what? Grocery shopping. I'm gonna run into somebody from high school. I know it. You know what? I never do. I never run into anybody when I look like this. Only when I have no bra on and a baggy sweatshirt, and I'm wearing socks with sandals. So that's the only time I run into anybody, subscribers included. So if you see me out and about, come say hey. Maybe don't. I'm kidding. Always do, please. All right, well, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will be doing more colorful eye looks soon. I know that a lot of the last ones that I've been doing have been very neutral, very soft glam, or like smoky eye. You know how it is. Sometimes you're just feeling a vibe, and that's me. I'm feeling a vibe right now, and I'm just going with it instead of fighting it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. As long as they're nice comments. If they're not, then they'll crush me. So, you know, just be warned. My hair will be the death of me. All right, well, I thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you guys are gonna pick up this palette or what your favorite Colourpop palette is. I think so far going Coconuts is probably my favorite. Do love Honey as well, and I really like Sweet Talk. But I really like Bare Necessities too, but I don't know if it's gonna be my favorite. Oh, I also like So Jaded a lot. What's your favorite Colourpop palette, and how do you guys feel about this collection? And do you feel like Colourpop absolutely stop? Or do you feel like, keep going, bitch, because you are my real dad? Leave me in the comments down below. Leave me in the comments down below. All right, well, thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you have not yet, and I will see you at my next video. Bye! I don't know if I was gonna point up there to say I had some confidence. Ugh. Hello? Now, going with Colourpop Co-Filter. That's literally almost what I said, Colourpop. God. I kind of like them a little smaller. All right, I'm gonna use that biggest blush. Brush. Buff out those edges. Edges? No, buff out the lower lash line. Where's my fan? Hello? Where's my fan? Fan? Fan! Oh. Fan. Do I think it's absolutely something that if you already have a new... Hello? The kit is actually nice. I like the...